In an enclosed facility known to some as heaven, young people happily tend to tomatoes while others run around playing and doing other activities. Mimiheim overlooks everything daydreaming when she's interrupted by Tokio, who notifies her that class is about to start. She tells him that they will have a test, but he finds it hard to believe because they are normally informed before. Her prediction comes true when their robot teacher announces the pop quiz while they complain. As they work, Tokio receives a message with a yes and no tick box on his tablet asking if he wants to go to the outside world. During that interval, Karuko and Maru are outside, and the place is in ruin following a cataclysmic event. The two decide to do some treasure hunting to scavenge anything to use. They get a little excited when they find a house that has not yet been broken into and make their way inside through the back door. The two split up and look through the rooms. Maru finds toilet paper that Karuko makes use of right away. Things get a little awkward when Maru walks past while nature calls. It's not his fault because there is no door, but she still scolds him. When she finishes, they continue their exploration till they enter one of the rooms only to find the remains of the home's inhabitants holding hands in their last moments. Karuko points out that most people that survived the cataclysm were finished off by starvation. The fact that they passed so peacefully in the house means that there is no food to be found there. So they leave and stumble across a high-end home. Karuko decides to make dinner using a few canned foods they have been saving for a while. However, she decides to add weeds that are growing all over the place to make it more filling. It was a mistake because they are unable to eat it as the weeds are so bitter. Maru complains since her little experiment ruined the precious canned food he was looking forward to eating, and all she can do is apologize. That night, he notices her looking at pictures of two men, so he asks if the younger guy is her boyfriend. She is surprised to see that he's awake. He informs her that she usually sleeps before him, which prompts her to comment that she's been a useless bodyguard if that's the case. Maru doesn't see the problem because he can protect himself. She discloses that one of the males is her friend while the other is someone she wants to meet. She figures she can kill two birds with one stone by trying to find them while escorting him to his destination. Elsewhere, the potential dangers in the world become apparent when a headless monster bird lands on top of an inn, looking sinister. The following day, the two decide to locate some people that might be able to point them in the right direction as they have been wandering around aimlessly. They plan their course and begin looking when they are ambushed by bandits. Although the bandits look more like house cats than lions, they think that they are both women, but Tokoi steps forward and corrects them. Karuko tries to do the same, but they don't fall for it. The robber instructs them to put their bags down and surrender. They do as they have been told, but Karuko pulls out a gun as Maru warns her not to waste bullets. The bandits take offense to them thinking that their lives are worth less than bullets, but seeing the gun makes them retreat. One of them decides to use his binoculars for a close inspection of the gun and informs the others that it's a fake one. Karuko darts to climb a nearby fence, which prompts the robbers to attack. Maru dodges the two of them and swiftly counters their assault. The others bolt towards them and Karuko points the gun at an electricity post and fires a plasma blast that melts the pole, causing it to fall in between them and halting their advance. The bandits are shocked that it shoots, and frankly speaking, so am I. The attackers made an earlier comment alluding that they may have some information about heaven, which happens to be the place the two are looking for. Now that Karuko and Maru prove they have the upper hand, the bandits back down and take them to their hideout. She sees that they have a generator and forces them to charge her strange-looking battery. When they try to resist, she reminds Bootleg Rock Lee who the boss is. While it charges, they begin to question them on heaven. They get some information when one of the attackers discloses that there is a place called Heaven that is known for their tomatoes, so they are shown the location on their map. After a short while, the battery finishes charging. The bandits get annoyed at Karuko when she reveals that the battery was the ammo for her plasma gun. They can only shout abuse at them as they leave for their next destination. Back in Heaven, Taka tries to get someone to play volleyball with him, but they all decline. It becomes apparent the reason why when he throws the ball over the second floor and then jumps to catch it before it hits the ground. Mimiheim still doesn't understand where he gets those reflexes from. She and Tokio take a walk to the wall that separates them from the outside world, wondering what lies beyond. The official narrative they have been fed is that there is nothing. Mimiheim reveals that she envisions two people coming from the outside to help her escape to see the world. She even hints that one of their faces looks exactly like Tokio. That night, Tokio struggles to sleep, so he goes outside. The director and her staff spot him and come to find out if he's okay. He assures them that he's fine before asking if there is an outside beyond the wall. The other staff get worried by his question, but the director isn't fazed and states that the child will find out anyway. She confirms that there is an outside world, but it is a filthy hell where abhorrent monsters lurk. Back to the hellscape, Maru and Kuruko continue forward till they encounter the inn. They are surprised that the place is still open. They pay the innkeeper to log the night and even give her a bag of batteries, which makes her ecstatic. Kuruko shows the innkeeper the pictures of the people she's looking for, but the woman doesn't recognize them. She does, however, check the logbook for the name of one of them, and there is no evidence of the person lodging there. The two settle in by taking a bath. The innkeeper later begins to prepare dinner. Kuruko notices that the woman has a gun, so she explains that there is a monster that prowls the area at night. They get excited as they ask if it's a man-eater and offer to dispose of it for her. The innkeeper begins to space out and just tells them to stay indoors when night falls. She finally finishes the food and the two enjoy it. The woman assumes that they are siblings, but Kuruko tells her that they are not. She even adds that he's nothing to her but an object of projection, which hurts Maru's feelings. After dinner, the two head to bed and Maru moves his futon away from hers and immediately sleeps. Annoyed by her earlier comment, she begins to feel unnaturally drowsy and enters dreamland. All the while, the innkeeper sits in her room with her gun ready as the monster appears at her window. Kuruko wakes up later on in the night feeling sweaty and spots the monster lurking outside. She slowly tries to reach for her gun, but a loud gunshot causes her to turn quickly. However, there are no signs of the monster. She rapidly wakes Maru up, telling him of the monster's presence. They try to open their room door, but it's locked, so they go out through the bathroom. She gives Maru water to wake himself up, stating that the innkeeper put a drug in their food to put them to sleep. They catch up to her and she orders them to get inside because it's dangerous. Kuruko cuts her off, informing her that they already told her that they can take care of it. They spot the monster and follow it as it lands. As the two try to get a visual on it, the monster attacks Kuruko from behind. Maru throws the water container at it to see its mode of attack. He notices that it has a tail that it uses as a whip. Kuruko knocks him out of the way as it launches a quick strike at them, which narrowly misses and hits a car, which causes an explosion. As the duo hide, Maru tells his partner that it has 3 whips on each arm. For him to get closer, they will have to destroy them, so they formulate a plan. Meanwhile, the monster dances around trying to extinguish the fire from the explosion. It soon recovers and begins to attack them again. They manage to evade, and Kuruko even hits its wings with a plasma shot. The innkeeper hears the shrieks of the monster and rushes over to find the two, trying to lure it into a trap that will finish the creature off. She tackles Kuruko just as she takes the fatal shot, causing her to half hit the target. She screams for the monster to get away while pinning her guest down. Kuruko tries to take a sneaky shot, but the innkeeper runs in the way and informs them that the monster is her son. Kuruko corrects her statement, revealing that the monster ate her son, but the woman believes that her son went inside the creature and became it, and that is why she drugged the duo to protect it. Kuruko discloses that she almost got eaten by one in the past. She explains that the creatures cut up and absorb their prey, so she doesn't think that those that are eaten become the monster. The innkeeper still tries to argue, pointing out that it rescued her when she was attacked. Kuruko decides to stand down, and the innkeeper begins to talk to the creature, which takes the duo by surprise. Things go wrong when she turns to them and it suddenly attacks and devours her. The duo get emotional at the death, but Maru steps forward and dodges all the monster's attacks. When he gets closer, we learn that he has the power to reach into the creature's heart and destroy it from within. The following day, Kuruko charges up her battery. They suspect that the boy's consciousness was keeping the monster from attacking the innkeeper, but he lost control that night, leading to her death. The two leave for heaven. Meanwhile, at their destination, it becomes apparent that the kids in the safe zone have special abilities, as some effortlessly jump up trees. Taka also displays a superhuman feat when he falls from a great height, messing around, and gets up like all as well. Back to the outside, the duo finally reach the heaven that the bandit was talking about, and it is a farm. Just before they enter, Maru reveals that he has been given a cylinder that has a needle and drug inside. He is to inject someone who has the same face as him with it when he gets to heaven. He finds it all confusing, so he wants to know if the one who gave her the escort mission named Mikura gave any more information to Kuruko before she died. Things flash back to her last moment, where it is revealed that it was a disease that finished Mikura, and as a result, she couldn't complete her message to Kuruko. Their conversation is interrupted by the residents of the farm. After confirming that they are not hostile, they let the duo inside and take them to the leader of the community and his family, where they learn about the sanctuary. That night during dinner, Kuruko suspects that they might have the wrong place, since no one has recognized Maru's face, considering he's supposed to have a doppelganger running around. Ironically, one of the locals stops Kuruko and recognizes her as an electrocart racer. As he begins to talk about her past, Maru realizes that it's upsetting her, so he tells him that he has the wrong person, but the guy has a picture of her which confirms she's the one, but he still insists that he has the wrong person. As the guy leaves, his light shines on a box that catches Maru's eye. He pleads for him to wait and point the light at it again. He checks Kuruko's gun, and it has the same logo. The guy is not sure where they get the boxes from, but he knows that they take vegetables and other supplies to Tokyo on the ship, but boxes like that can come from anywhere. The two take his lead and get on the ship to Tokyo. Maru tries to confess his love for Kuruko, but she shoots him down, revealing that although she has a woman's body, she feels like a man inside. Maru looks at her confused. That brings the episode to an end.